kvinne. um, I probably made no sense with this title. Never mind English, but in the original Norwegian, who knows how they read this? There is no. Almost all films, perhaps all films nowadays, have their original name, but they also use an English version. Sometimes a translation, quite often another name. This one is just Va and Vine, if I'm saying right. You have never heard of this. We can bet $1,000,000, if you will. Well, seeing it as it was in on Cinemax, and what is on Cinemax here is you can find in, I don't know, Uganda, I guess, Benin. I might lose the bet, but then go ahead, claim it. It's not just that it is a Norwegian small film with no English name, so it's destined for Norway, okay? And I don't think anybody's watching in Norway, they know Uganda. I have an audience in 120 countries. I'm joking. I don't have an audience in pure and simple. But that's the way it must be. So, it is also a very short film. I don't know if it has 20, maybe 50 minutes, but it's very interesting. That's why we're dealing with it. It's intense. It deals with an issue that is important, access in locker rooms, in restrooms. In Norway, in this particular case, we have a transgender woman who is confronted by a common, an ordinary female who is against the idea that the transgender, should be present here. No, you shouldn't be. It's the way you were born, and you know, this is a discussion that has echoes. I wouldn't say throughout the world. There would be places that are concerned with other things, but in the modern world, the West, let's say, that's debate right now. So this ordinary, common woman is willing to refuse admission to this. But then, gradually, from the 2-3 talking, we get more involved in this talk. The third party is another woman. We're talking only women here in various shapes, forms, states of mind, various points of view. But the third party is advocating for the transgender. She even says, look, she looks more feminine than me. Indeed, the breasts of the transgender are quite large. She looks nice. Nicer than her lawyer, let's say. It's not a question of lawyer, this is not a court of law, it's a locker room. But interesting and very vivacious, very in 15-20 minutes they have to put a lot in. If it's a film of 2 hours, you can have 15 minutes in which they say 5 lines. Here they keep saying things for or against. A penis, no, that's not, I mean, I don't feel comfortable. Then a fourth woman comes into the debate, into the arena, and she's talking about the fact that she's not sure about herself, and talking in favor of feminine, of tolerance of against the point of view of the common woman who's so restrictive. You want a locker room for yourself. That's what you want. I, for one, I don't know. Um, Male, female, because we have this thing of fluctuating. I don't know how they call it, pansexual. I don't even know what that means, but maybe I should find it. I should look it up. Even if why should I? I don't think I'd find somebody who's pansexual and has any intention. I mean, either threatening me with what rape, yeah. It's moving back and forth. It's this is Norway, so it doesn't degenerate, I guess, into peace. I'm sorry, and violence, which it does in I understand in many places. Of course, they have regions where there's honor killing, and then the fundamentalism, it's rage and stupidity and sadism. They never mind the questions of admitting somebody else in the restaurant, and that's not even conceivable at this point in time. But they kill women because not because they have extramarital sex. That too, that's again not acceptable in it. But as I've seen some films recently, one made in Germany, there's a code. There's if she doesn't follow the religion of the family, if she has, I don't know, something like desires, if she's, I mean, it's of course depending on the degree of fundamentalism. You have the Taliban, you have the zealots, in many religions, perhaps maybe all religions, even the peaceful Buddhist. I was reading in The Economist about Myanmar, the fact that they side with the military and that they see Muslims as terrible enemies. Buddhist monks, not just Buddhists, ordinary Buddhists, but those who are more into religion, and this supposedly a religion of immense tolerance of the religion, as far as I knew, which is the Buddha was against harming animals, as far as I know. So even there you have people who do idiotic things. And in the locker room, an intense discussion.